We're going to be doing something a little bit different tonight. If you've been with us in the past, you know how we cycle through different topics, and we sometimes start off with some basics as far as the basics of trading and trading psychology, trading mentality, some top mistakes, some do's and don'ts. And then we go into some educational aspects about different Nadex products as far as what are binaries, what are spreads, various strategies and systems to trade them, different misconceptions, and so on, and day-to-day applications. And we kind of go through those, and that's what we're going to be doing tonight. Is we're going to cover tonight how to start day trading. And Chris, yes, Chris asked, is this webinar being recorded? Will it be on the website tonight or tomorrow? Yes, it will be. I'll show everybody here in just a second where you can find the recording of this webinar here a little bit later on. So let's jump right in. Let's get our disclosures knocked out and everything so we can hop right in. So trading futures, options, or any financial instrument involves risk, may not be suitable for every investor. Please consider these factors before making any decision. Information contained in this webinar is the property of Apex Investing and may not be distributed to another party without written permission. And any trading decision you make is your sole responsibility. Information here in this webinar is for informational and educational purposes only, not a solicitation of an offer to buy or sell any particular financial instrument offered by Nadex, and past performance not indicative of future results. So if you're on this webinar tonight, my name is John Skelton. I'm with apexinvesting.com. And we do these webinars every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We do these for Nadex. Apex is a complete different company from Nadex. Nadex is an exchange. Apex, we're a community of traders helping traders. We're an educational company. I'll tell you a little about us here in a second. But if you're on this webinar, you're familiar with Nadex. But if you're not that familiar, hop on over to nadex.com. You can go through some of these first couple options here. Get some more information about Nadex. Basically, Nadex offers two different products. They offer spreads and they offer binaries. And you can get some brief information there. I'll show you where you can get a lot more here as well. I want to direct your attention mainly right now to this tab here, Trading. Second tab down, Demo Trading Platform. Some of you are not aware that Nadex offers a demo account. But if you go to this tab here, select a quick username, fill out some info, and press Submit. In just a few moments, you'll get an email from Nadex with a temporary password. You can sign into the Nadex demo platform. They'll give you a demo account with $25,000 of demo money. That way you can test out the platform, get familiar with the different products that they offer, how to navigate the platform, how to use the settings, entering and exiting orders and stuff like that, all with your demo money. You can try out new strategies, new systems in demo as opposed to your live money. Nadex will give you a free demo account for 2 weeks, and then once you fund a live account with Nadex, and by the way, it's only a minimum of $100 to fund an account with Nadex. I mean, obviously you can put as much in there as you want, but it only takes a minimum of $100 to open a Nadex account. Once you've placed your first live trade, doesn't matter whether that's an $80 risk trade or a $2 risk trade. Once you've placed your first live trade with Nadex, you can give them a call and they will extend your demo account out for you for 1 full year. That way you have both a live and demo account, so you can be trading live in your live account, testing out new things in your demo account, and then hopping on over, okay? So that is, let's see here, a couple people say they've lost sound. Cameron, Susan, everyone else, Craig, everyone else still good sound-wise? Okay. Let me just type this in the chat here. If you're, all right, if having sound issues, please log off and on again or see the help link. Let me get that typed out. I can say that, but they won't hear it. So, all right, so once you have a Nadex demo account, and if you don't have one, go ahead and get one right now. Even while we're on this webinar, get that going so you have that up and ready. And then you want to hop on over to our website. Hop on over to apexinvesting.com. You'll see right here, join free now. You can go there and select a free username and password, fill out some quick info. Once you have the username and password, what you can do is you'll be able to sign right into our website. And let's see here. Once you get over to our website, there's a lot of information on here, but you can get free access to this, and there's literally hundreds of hours of free education here on how to trade Nadex products, whether you're trading spreads or binaries. We've got tons of webinars you can watch, a bunch of information on our forum. We have some step-by-step training courses, so take advantage of the free resources. Right here under the Binary Essentials tab, if you're a Nadex trader, this is going to be a great place for you to go here. Go down to step number 3, Trading System Courses, okay? And right here, you've got Sharpshooter, Binary Hunter, Binary Strangles, Binary Butterflies. These are webinars, videos, and step-by-step training courses of how we trade Nadex binaries. And you can go through and watch all of those for free, get an idea of some of the different types of systems that are out there. Some we're going to talk a little bit tonight about is something we always talk about, which is, day to day, the market conditions can vary. You can have trending days, you can have range-bound days, you can have choppy days. Something we talk a lot about is having multiple plays in your playbook, not just having one system that you use all the time, but have multiple systems that can adjust to the market conditions. And part of your path to trading and your career to trading is something you want to learn to do, is to be able to read the market conditions to know which strategy or system to apply that day. And so there's some great step-by-step systems there for you. Also right here under the questions tab, second one down is Trading Questions Forum. This is our forum here, and a lot of great information in here. Cameron, who's on the webinar with us tonight, really helps us manage this forum and keep up with this and helps it organized and keep the information right where it needs to be. But some good information in here. You've got some articles, you've got some general trading forum here. Great place to go here under the general trading forum. This very first section right here. You can do this and why. In our forum, all over our forum, but especially here, you can interact with hundreds of other traders as well and see what they're doing, see which systems they're using, see their success. A lot of people post in here, trades that they've made for the day, trades that they've made in the room, showing their chart, showing what they've made, where they entered their orders and why, where they exited and why. Some just great information to communicate with other traders that are very successful, ask them questions, see what they're using, and interact. It's a very, very big thing, and something we'll talk about later as well in your trading career, is to socialize. With trading, it's great to say, hey, ultimately I want to start trading. Someday I want to quit my job and I want to work from home and trade. I want to be in my home office in front of my computer for a couple hours a day, and I want to trade and work for myself, and that is great. And trading is working for yourself, but you don't have to work by yourself, all right? And socializing is a very important key aspect to that, of having a community where you can bounce things off of other people, you can ask questions, you can stay motivated, you can learn new things and always be changing, always adapting, and always learning something new. And also be able to review the basics. That's a very big deal in any career, whether you're self-employed or working for someone else, is always reviewing the basics, keeping those in mind, and be able to have other people to keep you positive and motivated as well. So check out that area there. A lot of other areas in our forum here. If you scroll down, you see we have it organized S1, S2, S3, psychology, trading mentality, risk tolerance, great information there. If you go down to S10, this is our systems section. You can again go through and see all kind of information about our systems, step-by-step courses, forum posts, screenshots, step-by-step rules written out, back and forth Q&A between other people, some good discussion there, okay? And then you go a little further down here, and right here, watch webinars here. All right, this is a whole library collection, a whole wealth of information of webinars here. Now, yes, this webinar we're on tonight is being recorded, and I'll have it updated a little later tonight right here under the newest webinars section. All of our newest webinars go here. If you've missed some of the past few weeks Monday night Nadex webinars, you can go back and see them right here. I've got them listed out. Monday Nadex webinars with the date. We talked about picking the right spreads, directional trading, eyes on sharpshooters, in the money and out of the money binaries, all kind of good information in here for you that you can catch up on. But this is also where tonight's webinar will be posted. Also in the same section, I want to draw your attention to a couple of things, especially if you're brand new to Nadex, okay? Right here, Nadex binary webinars, Nadex spread webinars, getting started with Nadex, using the Nadex platform tutorials, how to use the price ladder, the order placement, understanding settlement emails, how to use the spread scanner, anything you'd possibly need to know about using the Nadex platform and entering and exiting orders and understanding what the platform's all about. If you're trading binaries or if you're trading spreads, again, right there, let's say you're a Nadex binary trader. Well, check these out as well. Nadex binary webinars. In the money and out of the money binary strategies. Nighttime range bound strategies. For those of y'all that were on this webinar here several weeks back, I taught a new, well, it's not new, we just haven't covered it in a while. I taught what we call EPCs, Expiration Premium Collection. I know some of you guys loved that. Getting in just the last 5 to 15 minutes of the hour, directionally, taking a binary for 75, 80 bucks, letting it expire worth 100, how to do strangles on 20-minute binaries, how to do binaries part-time at night, butterflies. There's just a wealth of free information here for you. So it's crazy to pass up getting a free username and password and checking out this free information and free education to help you with learning how to trade Nadex products. Okay, so again, hop on over to apexinvesting.com, get a free username and password, go through some of that free information there, free step-by-step systems, and especially for you new guys that aren't that familiar with Nadex, okay, go through and let's see here, Eric asked again, where can I find that on the site? Let me just show everybody one more time because it's very important. Once you log into the site, once you have a username and password, you log into the site. Right here under the Questions tab, go down to the second option, which is Trading Questions Forum. Okay, and then once you're in the forum, just scroll all the way towards the bottom where it says Watch Webinars here. Okay, that'll give you all the newest webinars and where tonight's will be uploaded. Give you Nadex spreads, Nadex binaries, Nadex platform, and you just click on any one of those, and there's just a wealth of a library of webinars and education there. You got that, Eric? That makes sense? So make sure to take advantage of that. And like I said, for you newbies, definitely check out the Nadex platform tutorials. Really will help you understand the ins and outs of the Nadex platform. So you're not as lost of, what am I looking at here? What are all these contracts? How do I place orders? Some great information in there as well. Okay, so check that out, and some good information there for everybody. And hop on over to facebook.com/apexinvesting. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook. We post a lot of good information here. Anytime there's an upcoming webinar or anytime I put up a recording of a webinar, new strategies, new systems, great posts and great trades from our trade room, good informational articles, all kind of good information, okay? So check that out, facebook.com/apexinvesting. Real easy to keep up with us and what's going on there, all right? So tonight's subject, getting started with day trading. What is day trading? How do I do it? What are some top mistakes for new traders? Tips for long-term trading success, how to get started even part-time, or how to even get started with a smaller account. Now, some people will say, well, what is day trading? Okay, well, let me give you a quick example of something here, because some people that have never been in the world of trading, or you remember even when you were young and growing up, you had that grandparent or aunt or uncle saying, oh, I bought stock in some company years ago for 50 bucks and now it's worth 150 bucks and I'm doing great. Okay, and you thought, man, that sounds really good. Well, what is day trading? A lot of people think, well, you got to hold on to something. If you're going to trade and invest, you got to hold on to something for a long time to make any money. What is day trading? Well, take a look at this chart, all right? So what do we have on this chart here? We've got the market coming up, we've got the market coming down and popping up, popping down, popping up, right? All right, look at this chart. Same thing. Market coming down, pops up, comes down, up, right? And we all think, well, trading's about having good indicators to tell us where the market's going and what to do. How about this chart? Market's coming way up. Now the market is coming down. Now the market's going up. All right, that's what trading's all about. Wanting to catch these up moves, catch these down moves, catch these up moves. Okay, same here. Down, up, down. All right, that's what trading's about, right? So, but what is really different about any of these charts I just showed you? I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to the very first chart. Unless you were looking up here, you didn't really see much of a difference in a chart. You saw bars and you saw the market moving up or down. This is a 5-minute chart. Each one of these bars is another 5 minutes. And we see the market coming down and then popping up and coming down, popping up, coming down. And that's tradable, right? You can trade those smaller moves in the market. Some of these aren't really actually that small. Okay, these are some good moves. This is a 5-minute chart. What was the next chart I showed you? It's a 60-minute chart, meaning every single one of these bars is another hour. So basically, this chart that I showed you right here, this 5-minute chart, see that? It's probably from here to here in this whole chart. This is an hourly chart. This is an hour, another hour, another hour, another hour, and so on. This is a daily chart. Each one of these bars is a day. See this? May, June, July. What about that last chart? Monthly. Every one of these bars is another month. What you see right here in front of you is years. All right? Do you know the difference really without looking to see the time frame? No. So whether you're a long-term trader looking to trade highs and lows and trends over months, or whether you're looking to look at daily trends or hourly trend, or just the next 5 minutes, where's the market going right now? Where is it going to go in the next few minutes or next couple hours? That's day trading, okay? That's what day trading is all about, is intraday trading, not necessarily holding on to it for, not holding on to it for months, not holding on to your position for weeks, not even necessarily holding on to your position for several days, but it's getting in and out of trades that day. Sometimes a trade may last 8 hours. Sometimes it may last just a couple of minutes. For those of you that have been doing some of the EPC stuff that I taught a few weeks back, you know, I've heard from some of you saying, man, I'm getting into these trades with 6 or 7 minutes to go to expiration, and then I'm out of it before the dark zone. I'm literally in these trades like 3 or 4 minutes, you know, making 15, 20, 25 bucks, just boom, in and out, in and out, in and out. And that's day trading, okay? Is shorter term positions rather than longer term. End of the day or a few hours, even a few minutes, and you can do day trading full time, you do day trading part time. Sometime with day trading you can still do big trends. A lot of day traders are still big trend traders. A market can move a lot during just one day, and you may be following, you may be looking for longer term trends throughout the day, where you might be in trade several hours just taking that trend all the way up or taking that trend all the way down. Some people are scalpers, where they're just looking for the real quick moves in the market to get, you know, 10, 15 ticks one way, and then to get 5, 10, 12 ticks another way, and just in and out, in and out, all right? And some of that depends on different personalities. Some people prefer the longer term trend trading. Some people like the quick in and out scalps. So sometimes it's a matter of personal preference. Part of that is also, though, a matter of being able to read and understand the markets. Is it a trending day? You know, what is my chart telling me? What are my indicators telling me? Are we in a trend? Is this a trending day? Do I want to stay in this trade a little longer to get a little more out of it? You know, or hey, this is a choppy day. I see the market's not really going directionally one way. It's popping up and down. It's choppy. There's high volume, but it's just all over the place, going up, down. So I just want to scalp. I just want to get in on that quick little up move, get out. Get back in on the quick little down move, get out. So part of it's personality, but part of it's also reading the market. You know, a lot of people will say, oh, I'm a scalper, I'm not a trend trader. Oh, well, I'm a trend trader, I'm not a scalper. Well, if you're only a trend trader and you're never a scalper, what are you going to do to trade on the days the market's not trending? Normally the markets only trend about 30% of the time. Normally 70% of the time the markets are not trending. They'll either be choppy, they'll be range bound, and so it's good to be able to read the markets and see what's going on that day and have, like I said, more than one play in your playbook. Have a trending strategy, have a scalping strategy. Be able to trade any market, anytime, whether you're full-time or part-time, okay? So with day trading, some people day trade stocks, actual equities, actual stocks of a company. Now, with stocks, you do have to have a $25,000 margin just to day trade stocks, okay? Futures, if you're trading futures, which we have a lot of futures traders here at Apex, you might have to have margins from $500 to $2,500, even more. Require a little bit larger account and a little bit larger risk tolerance to trade futures. If you're trading Forex, you want to trade Forex pairs, foreign exchange, currencies, you might have a Forex account, which can require a larger margin and risk tolerance. You know, if you're doing full lots, it can be a few $1,000s. Or you can also day trade with Nadex binaries or spreads, okay? Nadex binaries is a derivative. What do I mean by a derivative? Well, let's take a quick look here. Let's pull up the Nadex. Platform. As you know, I said earlier, Nadex has two different products. They have binaries and they have spreads, okay? Well, what is a derivative? Derivative means it's derived from something else, okay? So, for example, if I'm looking to trade Forex and I want to trade the euro dollar, granted, I may have a euro dollar spot Forex chart open that I'm looking to trade off of to see where the market's going. But am I actually trading spot Forex and having to put up all that money to get into a full lot of Forex? Well, no, I'm trading a Nadex binary, which is based off of or derived from the euro dollar. So it's a derivative, okay? So I'm not actually trading spot Forex. I'm trading a Nadex binary, and I'm going in and choosing which Nadex binary I want to trade. And let's say I want to go in and trade a Nadex binary. Well, I've got binaries here for, let's go over here, $8, $11, $20, $39, $59, $78. I've got a bunch of different options here, okay, that I can choose from. So let's say I'm part-time. I don't have all night to trade. Look right here at the euro dollar. I've got binaries that expire at 8 o'clock, some at 9 o'clock, some at 3 a.m. tonight, 7 a.m. tomorrow, 11 a.m. tomorrow, 3 p.m. tomorrow, even tomorrow night or later tonight at 11. So how much time do I want to be in this trade? Am I full-time? Am I part-time? How much time do I have to watch my positions? I can choose. I can first of all choose how much time I have available to trade and therefore select which expiration I want to go with. I can also be looking at my chart and my strategy and system to figure out, you know, okay, my system's telling me the market's moving, but how far is it going to move? I think the market's going up, but how long will it take for me to get there? Okay, so I can choose a little further out if I need to. I can kind of have control over my schedule here. All right, what about my account size? Hey, I don't have $25,000 to go trade stocks. Well, but I can trade stock indices through Nadex. I can buy or sell Nadex binaries right here on the US Tech 100, which is the NASDAQ. I can trade the NASDAQ. I can trade the stock indices. And depending on my account size, I don't have 25 grand. I don't have thousands of dollars to, want to take on futures just yet. But I've got binaries from 15 bucks risk to 60 bucks, 63 bucks risk, and everything in the middle here that I can choose. And I can choose my strike based on what my system or strategy is telling me the market's going to do. So yes, I can day trade, even part-time. Yes, I can day trade with a smaller account using Nadex binaries or spreads. Okay. Yes, David, that's a pretty good explanation there. Absolutely. David says, so is it fair to say that binaries are derived from the actual asset, but no asset exists? In a sense, you could say that, yes. For example, another thing here, people say, man, I hear a lot of people talking about trading commodities. You know, like, man, I think it'd be cool to trade oil or trade gold or natural gas or silver. But man, I don't have that kind of money to go out there and be risking, you know, I don't have the account size yet to be trading futures and options on, you know, oil. And a commodity, okay, with a commodity, what is a commodity? Well, okay, let's say you are trading stocks, okay, of a company. Say you're trading Microsoft stock. Do you actually really physically have anything in your hand? You might have a stock certificate in your hand that claims you own that stock, right? Um, but what about commodities? If you were to go on the futures market and you were to buy a gold or oil future contract and you held it till, you know, expiration or till the call of that contract, you actually can take delivery of barrels of oil. Or if you're buying a, you know, gold futures and you hold it all the way, you actually have to take delivery of literal bars of gold. It's a literal asset. You can drop it on your foot and feel it, okay? Hold it in your hand, drop it on your foot and feel it, okay? So yes, you could say that, David. With binaries, it's derived from that. It's a derivative. It's a derivative product where you're not actually going to take possession of a physical material commodity, but you're still trading the same market based off the same movement of the market. You can go right in here and you can trade oil. You can trade binary options on oil. Okay, what does that mean? Well, hey, if I'm going to go buy a stock at a certain price, the only reason I'm buying a stock at a certain price is because I think that stock price is going to go up and therefore I can make money, right? If I'm going to go buy a futures contract on oil, I'm buying it because I expect it to be bullish and oil's going to go up. Well, it's no different with Nadex binaries. What I'm saying here is that by 2:30 p.m. tomorrow, I think that oil will be greater than 42.50. Okay? So I'm going to buy this contract saying that. It's the same thing. You buy something because you think it's going to go up, or you sell something you think it's going to go down. Okay? You just have the option with Nadex to be able to have a lot more options to choose from, a lot more time frames to choose from, and a lot of different options to be able to trade with a smaller account and smaller risk. But not just a smaller risk, but with a capped risk. Yes, David, exactly. You're trading on movement with no risk of delivery. Exactly. The other nice thing is not only can you do this with a smaller account, but you have capped risk with Nadex. Okay? Let's say that I had $10,000 in a futures account, and I went and I bought oil. And let's say that I'm buying oil, and again, I'm buying oil, an oil future contract, because I think oil's going up. And let's say that oil just goes down and crashes. It just goes way down, hundreds of ticks. Unless I get out of that futures contract, I'm losing money every tick. I'm losing $10 a tick every time it goes down, and it could go hundreds of ticks against me. It could wipe me out, right? Can that happen with a Nadex binary? No. I still have the option to trade these same markets with a lot less risk and a lot smaller account. But if I say, hey, I think the market's going up, so I want to buy this binary, my maximum loss is the $51 I buy it for. My maximum loss is this $51 is the max loss that I buy it for, that I put up in margin. If I'm wrong and oil goes against me, I cannot lose any more than that. That's it. 51 and no more. It can go hundreds of ticks against me, like flash crash. Okay, like what happened earlier this year with the franc. Remember, with the Swiss market, just flash crash. Hey, I'm not getting hit by thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. That's it. That's my capped risk. Okay, so that's another great protection about day trading with Nadex. all right, especially for newbies or for smaller accounts, even if you're not a newbie. I mean, you might say, well, that doesn't seem very exciting that I'm going to buy this for 51 bucks, and if I'm right, I can make 49 bucks. The way a binary works, at expiration, if it's right, if you were right, binary is either worth 0 or 100, and that's it. So if you're buying it for 51, if you expire and it's correct, it's worth 100, and you make 49. If you buy it for 51 and at expiration you're wrong, it's worth 0, and you lost 51. Or you can also get out of it early. If you see it going against you, you can get out of it and not take the full loss. You're not stuck. You can get out of it, okay? Even if it's going for you. You buy it for 51 bucks, and it's going in your favor. It's going up and up. Now it's worth 60 and 70 and 80 and 85. Now let me just get out of it at 85, take my 35 buck profit. I'm good. You can do that, okay? Yeah, David says, I traded some commodities years ago, and that excitement almost destroyed me financially. Too much risk there. I like this way better. Yeah, David, we've all been there. And I mean, in one of our trade rooms, we got Marilyn. She's one of the leaders and moderators in the room there. And she trades oil every day. She has her chart up, marking trades, and she'll come on and live commentary to people. And she's great at trading oil. We love trading oil, trade gold. But yeah, I mean, commodities can be, if you don't know what you're doing, don't have good risk management. Yep, Ryan, she's the oil queen. Yep, that she is. Man, commodities can move quick, and they can go against you quick. And yeah, you can get wrapped up in the excitement, and your heart's racing, and you're going. But man, if it goes against you, it can go against you. So it's great to be able to have an option to make money on these commodities by going with what direction you think the market's going to go, but you have the protection of capped risk. You don't have your heart beating crazy that your 5-figure or 6-figure account can get wiped out. You know what I mean? You've got the option, you've got capped risk, okay? And that's the other thing is, hey, all right, so I think the market's going to go up, so I can buy this for 51 bucks and make $49. Well, that's not real exciting to me. I mean, you talk about this world of trading, and I mean, you're going to trade to make 49 bucks. Well, guys, right here, size, quantity of 1. I did 1. Look how many there are available right now, 100. What if I do 10 of them? Well, then I can make 490 bucks. If I did 100 of them, I can make 4,900 bucks. I'm not limited to just one binary, okay? I can do 1, 5, 10, 50, whatever there is, whatever is available, and whatever my account size and risk management will allow. So don't get held up by that. All right, that's just one contract. Okay, I can do 10 contracts. Granted, yep, I'll be risking about 510 bucks if I hold it all the way, or I can make about 500 bucks. Not too bad. Okay, so now I can also do Nadex spreads. What is a Nadex spread? Well, basically a Nadex spread is the same thing, is I can get into a Nadex spread for a lot lower risk, okay? Susan, can you trade 100 contracts at a time? Absolutely, Susan. You can trade whatever's there, all right? If I want to go in here to, what were we just looking at? Oil, okay? Offer size, okay. Offer, this is the buy side. Bid, this is the sell side. See how many contracts are available? I can go ahead and buy all 100 of those if I want. Whatever is available here, I can buy. Now, safely, well, if I buy 100 of them, and let's say that they're starting to go against me, I want to be able to get out, okay? So I want to make sure that, there's quantity over here on the bid size as well, which there should always be unless you're coming right close to expiration, okay? So you wouldn't want to go over, outbid the market here. You don't want to go over, all right, especially right at expiration before the bid and offers are going to be gone, because the market makers pulled their quotes 2 minutes before expiration on hourly binaries, okay? So you don't want to be going in with massive contracts numbers that you might want to get out of right before the dark zone there where the quotes get pulled, Yes, in those last 2 minutes, other traders can be quoting and trying to buy or sell something, but the market makers who have this big size out there, they don't quote the last 2 minutes, so you don't want to get into something big there in the last 2 minutes. All right, now what about spreads? Okay, well, I can also trade Nadex spreads. Let's say I want to trade the euro dollar. Let's say that tonight I think the euro, my strategy system, chart, indicators, whatever, telling me that euro dollar is going up. Yes, I could trade binaries. And I can choose those different binaries saying, hey, I think by this time the market will be above, this strike price, yes or no, buy it for whatever price, and all or nothing. We talked about how those binaries at expiration, they're either worth 0 or they're worth 100, right? So it's kind of an all or nothing. I think the market's going to go up. I think it'll be above this price by this time, so all or nothing. Or you say, hey, I don't prefer an all or nothing. I prefer to go in and say, hey, I think the euro dollar is going to go down. So I want to sell this spread. Okay? So my max loss is $7. My max profit, $93. Okay, well, how does this work? Well, right now, the Nadex indicative right here, see it? Right here, for the euro dollar is at 1.0686. So every tick it goes down, because I'm selling it saying it's going to go down. Every tick it goes down, I'm going to make $1 a tick. So if I'm right and it's going down, dollar a tick, dollar a tick, dollar a tick, I'm making $1 a tick as it goes down. Okay, it's not all or nothing like a binary is. And how much money did I have to risk and put up on this particular spread? $7. That's it. Okay. If I want to go with this spread, this right in the middle, I can sell this spread, and okay, this one I have to put up $55. All right, and if I'm right and the market goes down, I'm making $1 a tick. Well, what if I'm wrong and the market goes up? Do I lose this whole $55 like I would on a binary? No. I had to put $55 up to get in this trade. I'm selling it saying the market's going down. Okay? But if the market doesn't go down, the market goes up against me, every tick the market goes up against me, I'm losing $1. So this is a derivative of the underlying, but I can trade it just like the underlying. So every tick or every point it goes up, I make money. Every tick it goes down, I lose money. Just like if I were to buy a stock. If I bought a stock for $100 and it went up to 101, then I made $1. The stock went up to 102, I made another $1, right? If I bought a stock for 100 and it went down to 99, then I lose $1. Then it went down to 98, then I lost $2. Spreads are basically work that same way. That way you can truly mimic trading the underlying market, where every tick up is $1, every tick down is $1. And again, I can do 1 spread, 10 spreads, 50 spreads. Okay? And I'm still only having to put up $55 to get in the trade. That's my margin. That doesn't mean that's my loss. That means, yeah, if I let it go against me by 55 points, then I'll lose that $55. But if I'm got into this spread and it's going against me 20 or 25, I'm going to probably get out of it and say, hey, I was wrong. It's going the wrong way. So I lost 20 or 25 bucks. So I can truly trade a derivative of the underlying market in a binary, which is a true or false, yes or no, all or nothing. Or I could trade the market just like I would if I had $100,000 to trade with and I wanted to buy a future or buy a stock and make $1 a tick as it went up or $1 a tick as it went down, or futures $10. I can still trade that same way with Nadex spreads. $1 a tick up, $1 a tick down, or do 10 spreads and get 10 ticks up, $10 a tick up, but have very little risk. And again, not only can I do it with a smaller account, because I only have to put up $56, for example, on this spread, but that's my max loss. If I'm wrong and it shoots against me hundreds of points, my risk is capped. I have a ceiling and a floor of this spread. it's capped. So Nadex actually offers some great products for day traders, okay? Whether you're a brand new trader, whether you're a trader with a smaller account, or whether you have, a 5 or 6 figure trading account, you can still do great things with Nadex products, whether they're binaries or spreads, be able to trade and mimic the market and have limited and capped risk, okay? So, we talked a little bit about full-time and part-time. With Nadex binaries, let's just take a look here real quick. Nadex binaries, they have binaries that, let me just refresh this. There's 5-minute binaries on several of the Forex pairs, which means every single 5 minutes, there's a brand new binary that comes available and expires 5 minutes later. And they pretty much have these around the clock 23 hours a day. They're closed from 5 to 6 p.m. But literally every 5 minutes, there's new binaries on these 4 different options. And there's 5 different binaries to choose from. So literally every 5 minutes, there's 20 new binaries that are going to expire 5 minutes later. So whether you're full-time and trade these things all day, whether you're part-time and can only trade for a little bit, or whether we have some people that trade on their lunches and breaks from their daytime job, that they love the 5 minutes because they can get in there, and even if they only have 30 or 40 minutes to trade, they've got 6 or 8 opportunities on 4 different pairs with 5 different binaries each. There's still plenty of time, even part-time. All right, other binaries, there's hourly binaries, there's daily binaries, there's weekly binaries. During the daytime, there's 20-minute binaries on the U.S. stock indices, the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the Russell. Very versatile. There's always different binaries to choose from. Spreads, the same way. All right, spreads, just even look right now. I mean, on the euro dollar, for example, we've got spreads right now that go from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Some that go from 6 to 8, some that go 7 to 9. Here in just a few minutes, we'll have a new one from 8 to 10. Then we've got a daily spread that goes all the way till 3 o'clock tomorrow. All right, there's always things to trade, okay? There's always plenty of things to trade with Nadex, whether you're full-time, part-time, whether you can trade during the day, during the night, in the middle of the night, there's always things to trade. And like I told you on those binaries, at expiration, they're worth 0 or 100. But you're not stuck in them. All right, you do have the ability to exit before expiration, which is pretty unique to Nadex. Most of, if you've dealt with any of these or heard of these, any over the seas kind of bucket shop binary people, like once you're in, you're stuck. You don't have the option to be able to get out. Okay, and with Nadex, you can get out early. All right, whether it's going for you or whether it's going against you. Okay, and there's not just one binary available. You've got or one spread. You've got in the money, out of the money, at the money, all kind of different options to choose from there. Nadex also gives you not just the desktop platform, but you have a mobile platform. You can click on here. You can get charts. You can get all kind of good information here with Nadex. Okay. Let me just take a second to look over some questions here. And give me just a second here. All right. Dave, as one gets more experience with Nadex, can we put in multiple contracts or we cap the number we can buy? No, Dave, you can put in as many as you want as long as they're available. As long as you see these right here, like if you went in and bought all 50 of these, okay, in just a couple seconds here, there's going to be another new 50 of them. You can add on as many as you want there. I mean, obviously you want to, maintain good risk management there. But yeah, you can get as many as you want there. Okay. Let's see here. David, what is the dark zone on buying, selling small contract size like 1 or 5? It doesn't matter the size of the contracts, David. On hourly binaries, the dark zone is the last 2 minutes before expiration. Okay, meaning the last 2 minutes before expiration, the market makers don't quote these big sizes anymore. Okay, so you'd probably want to get out beforehand there. All right, on the 20-minute binaries, I think it's 1 minute And on the 5-minute binaries, I think it's 30 seconds is the dark zone. Okay, so it doesn't matter size, it's about the timing of at that, with 2 minutes to go on an hourly binary, the market makers aren't quoting here. Okay, let's see here. 10 minutes. See here. Abdul, can't really get into that tonight. We're not really doing an Apex Tools webinar tonight, but if you hop over to the Apex website, here in a little bit, somebody will be on this instant chat right here, or you can go to the questions tab here under the help desk and submit a help desk ticket. But the best thing for you to do, I would say, Abdul, are you trading binaries or spreads? Let me know on that one. I can answer that for you. Spreads. Okay, then what you want to do, Abdul, is right here under the Apex Elite Room and Tools. You want to go to number 3, step-by-step training courses, and you want to watch this course right here, iZone Sharpshooter course. This will walk you through the bars, the charts and templates, entries and exits. This is our #1 best system for Nadex spreads. That's exactly where you want to go right there. Okay. Sooner or later is better. JP, suppose I trade all day. Is it better to choose a spread that expires sooner, or is later better? Good question, JP. A lot of times with anything you're trading, you almost always want to have more time to be right, or the most time to be right. Your strategy or system, your charts and indicators may be telling you the market's going up, but it might make a quick little pop down and retrace before it heads up. So in that sense, you always want to look for the longest, furthest time out you can to have more time to be right. But you might also, if you take a longer daily spread, you might be tying up a little bit more money, a little bit more margin, okay, because those daily spreads are a little bit wider. So if you can find some good spreads that are even, hey, maybe it's a 2-hour spread instead of an 8-hour spread, so you only have 2 hours to be right, but your risk, say, is a lot less. And let's say, for example, let me show you an example here, JP. Let's look at this. Let's go back here to Forex spreads, euro dollar tomorrow. Okay, this is a big, wide 600-point spread. You see that? So if I'm getting into this spread, I'm probably about right in the middle of this spread, and I want to buy it. So I got to put up about $300 to get in this spread. Now this spread's going to move fast. This spread's going to move $1 per tick, and I've got all the way till tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. I mean, I've got what, 12, 15, 19 hours to just ride the euro dollar all the way up, right? So I like that, but I do have to put up $300 just to get into one spread. Well, what if my indicators and strategy and system are telling me, well, right now the euro dollar is starting to head up? Okay, well, this is not a bad spread to choose. I can hop right in it, put up $300, ride this spread out, and I'm great. Okay. And maybe there's some news coming out, maybe whatever. Maybe I think the euro dollar is going to move quickly. I don't necessarily need to be in it till tomorrow afternoon. I just really want to get in for the next few hours here, but I had to put up $300. Okay. Well, what about this spread here that I've still got an hour left of this spread? Or what about one of these spreads here where I've still got 3 hours? And I could go and pick this spread, this upper spread, and buy it, and I only had to put up $14. How many of these spreads could I get into for the same amount of margin of $300? So let's say the euro dollar, let's say I miss some of the full move because I'm only in it for the next 3 hours. But instead of putting up $300 for one spread, I put up $140 for 10 spreads. And so let's say the market moves 100 points, but I was only in it for like 40 of those points because I didn't have a long-term spread. But out of those 40 points, I had 10 spreads. So I actually made $400 instead of just $100. Does that make sense, JP? So in one sense, yeah, you want to have more time to be right, but you got to look at both sides of, hey, if there's going to be a pretty good move, am I more worried about getting the full move and putting up $300 for one? Or would I prefer to get part of the move and I could get a ton of these for even less? And I might not have got the full move, but I got 10 or 15 bucks per tick move with less risk. Exactly, JP. Does that make sense? So in a sense, there's not a right answer to that for me to tell you, do this or do that. You kind of have to look at the options available to see, okay? And that's where it's very helpful for those of you that do trade Nadex spreads, okay? If you go to the Apex website, apexinvesting.com, you can use this absolutely free with your free username and password. Right here under scanners, okay, right here, we have a binary and spread scanner, okay? So I want to show that to you real quick here. And JP, I think you've used this before, but you know, if I want to trade spreads and I'm over here on the Nadex platform, I'm like, okay, I want to trade the euro dollar. So I got 6 to 11 p.m. I've got 3 different spreads with different floors and ceilings. All right, so if I do this one and I say buy one, what's my risk? 15. Okay, now let me check this one. If I want to buy this one, fill it, okay, 137. Now let me go over here and check what is my risk on this one. Buy, okay. And I'm going through all these trying to figure out which one is the best risk and has the most time and how far away is it from the market. I'm confused. It's taking me forever to do all that, right? Well, I just hop right here to the Apex scanner and I do spread scanner and click out of these here. And I'm connected here to my demo account and I say, boom, euro dollar, right? Say I want euro dollar. Boom, here's all the spreads on one page. See the spreads? Floor and ceiling, floor and ceiling. I don't have to go click it to figure it out. Look right here, risk reward. What do you think red is? Risk. What do you think reward is? Potential reward. Or green, right? I can see it right there. I can see it right there. I don't have to go clicking and figure it out and find it and forget. They're all on one page. So I can be looking at euro dollar and say, okay, chart's telling me it's going up. I see my big daily here that expires tomorrow at 3 p.m. What do I got to put up? 312 bucks. Well, but I've got this one that expires at 11 o'clock that I can get in for 15 bucks. Maybe I want to do that one instead. Or maybe, you know, I like this spread here and it's only 138 bucks to put up, or these 50. It's all right here on one page. Okay? And I don't have to go back and forth and do math and you know, try to figure it out. And by the time I figured out the best one, because I had to write it all out, the market's already moved 20 points and I missed out on the beginning of the move. I can go right here and boom, buy side, cool, risk to reward. Sell side, boom, there it is. All right, and you know what else I can do straight from the scanner? When I say I want to do that one right there, I can click that ticket right there. It's connected to my Nadex account, and I do place order. And guess what? I just placed the order. Done. Everything's all on one page. Easy cheesy. Okay. All right. So yeah, if you go to our website, apexinvesting.com, you can get a free username and password, and it's under the scanner option here. Okay. And make sure to go in and activate it. It's free to activate it, but you got to activate it, and you'll click this box here, and you can go through and watch this video I made. It's about a 30-minute video. Access it, set it up, install it, learn to use it in less than 30 minutes, and then you just go right here and you access either the binary or the spread scanner, either one. So it's really cool. It gives you all the information there. And if you have any questions on it right here, Binary scanner training, boom. Spread scanner training, boom. These are step-by-step details to kind of show you what each one of the graphics mean there. And you can go through that later, but if you just watch this first video and get it all set up, I go through in this video and cover for you what you need to know, what those graphics are, what each section is. You don't need to know about every little filter and kind of extra thing there, okay? Everything you need to know, you can start using it right here. If you guys want to use this as soon as we're off this webinar, hop on over there, watch this video. In 30 minutes, you'll have it set up. You can be using it tonight. Easy cheesy, okay? JP, that's correct. Yep, on Windows. Okay, so there's some good information there. Let's talk a little bit about top mistakes. All right, we know what day trading is. We know there's different ways to trade it. We know how we can trade it with Nadex. All right, what are some top mistakes that brand new traders make? Well, first of all, like I said earlier, a lot of people say, I want to get into trading. I want to ultimately quit my job and just trade full time and have time with my family, have flexibility with my schedule, just trade a few hours in the morning and be done and enjoy life. And that is great. That is what trading's all about. That's what the American dream is all about. That's what it's all about. But do not go and quit your job on day one, right? Don't think, hey, I'm going to get it. I watched some cool videos somewhere online, and I'm going to go and quit my job, and I put a few $100 in some account, and I'm going to make all this money, and I'm going to quit my job. Do not do that. Do not quit your job on day one. Keep your job. Trade part-time. Learn what you're doing. Get to know what you're doing. Take time to invest in educating yourself on trading. Take time to build your account. Take time to get yourself to where you already are replacing your income, and you're consistently replacing that weekly or monthly income and building your account and building reserves before you ever quit a job. All right. And one of the biggest downsides, and one of the biggest downfalls, I should say, or biggest mistakes that people make is, yes, trading can be very exciting. Trading can be very fun. You can see the opportunity, you want to do it, it can be very exciting, and you want to just jump in and go. You're like, oh, that's so easy. You're just telling me to watch this chart and buy this spread or binary. I can do that. That doesn't take long to learn. I can be into this in no time flat. Well, and yes, in some senses, there are certain aspects of trading that is very easy and that is not as difficult as people make it out to be if you follow a set system. But you want to take the time to invest in yourself and educate yourself. If you want to make trading your life, your livelihood, your career, the future of yourself and your family and your financial future, why would you jump into it overnight like that and quit everything else? Why would you not take some time and educate yourself? Like I said, if it's your lifelong career, think about doctors and lawyers, how much time they spend educating themselves. After high school, how many years of college do they go through just for basic stuff? And then they go into medical school or law school, or maybe, you know, people that go through and get their master's and their doctorate. They put in a lot of time, years and years of their life in order to have that career. And yeah, technically speaking, trading can be a lot more profitable than a career in law or a career in medicine. So, I mean, these guys spend so many years educating themselves, practicing, and then when they get out, they got to go and practice some more and do internships and residencies. They put in so much time for this. Even if you're not a doctor or a lawyer and you just simply went in and did 4 years of college, that's 4 years of educating yourself in your career field. And I see people all the time that don't want to just stop and take 4 hours to watch some videos, or to stop and take a few hours to go watch a full training course to make sure they understand how to set up that chart and really understand the actual entry and exit rules. They just want to jump in and start pressing buttons and trading. And, you know, the sad thing is, those people are the people that think about the next 12 minutes or the next 12 hours of what can I get my account to in the next 12 minutes? What can I get my account to and trade in the next 12 hours or even 12 days? Think about the next 12 months. Do you still want to be trading in a year from now? Trading is about survivability and building your account, having good risk management, learning what you're doing, learning to trade, putting in the time. Okay? I mean, these doctors and lawyers, not only do they spend those years educating themselves, but they also spend tens of thousands of dollars. And after they've spent all those years to get to their career, just to get started in their career, they might have 5 or 6 figure student loan debt to still pay off. They invest a ton of time and a ton of money in that lifelong career. And I know I'm harping on all this a little bit, but you do have to put in the time. And like I said, I've seen it over and over again where people won't even take a few minutes to watch a course. And yes, somebody says, do y'all have courses? Yeah, and guess what? They're absolutely free. You don't even have to pay for the courses, okay? Sure, there might be certain memberships and special indicators and trade rooms that might cost you money in your trading career, but I just showed you where Nadex gives you a free $25,000 demo account to play with and learn. And if you go to apexinvesting.com, remember I showed you right here at Binary Essentials, trading system courses. There's step-by-step courses on a bunch of different systems right here. You go to our questions tab, trading questions forum. This is free. There's a whole forum here, all kind of articles about trading, all right? All kind of information about general trading, trading psychology, resource management, risk size, capital management, how you should manage your risk. S3, schedule. What time should I trade? What markets are moving when? What's a good trading schedule to work out for myself? Underlying markets, understanding the markets, understanding Nadex binaries, spreads, stocks, futures, options, trading essentials, brokers, account types, free software tools, all kind of information here about indicators. Again, go down here to S10, step-by-step systems, videos, courses, written out rules, screenshots, do's and don'ts, pros and cons, and then down here, watch webinars here. Remember I told you, oh, I'm a Nadex binary trader. Go right here to Nadex binary webinars. These are all free to go and watch. In the money and out of the money binary strategies, range bound at night, 20-minute contracts, how to do binary strangles and butterflies, reversal and scalp trading, all for free. Okay? And it's ridiculous when you think about it. If you really want your future and your career and your livelihood to be trading, you need to think about what other professionals do to get to where they want to be there. They spend years learning, and you don't have to spend years learning. They spend tens of thousands of dollars learning. You don't even have to do that. It's free. You got a free Nadex demo account, so you don't even have to waste your own live money to test different systems. You can do it in a demo account. It's just literally, utterly ridiculous to jump in and just waste your money and blow it and not take the time to learn, or not commit yourself to a path of what you want to do and where you want to be. And yes, like David says, just make the commitment to watch a certain amount of videos every day or a couple of times a week and get through a path and learn something. All right. And the other big mistake you hear me talk about a lot is you don't have to know everything in order to do anything. Meaning, I'm not telling you to take 3 years and learn every single system on our site and watch every single video. I'm telling you, pick what you want to trade, binaries or spreads. Pick which system you like, because we have several different ones on binaries and spreads. Okay, remember I told you right here under binaries, trading, there's like 4 or 5 different systems there. Go through and check them out. See which one best fits your personality, your schedule, your account size. Pick a system. Focus on that system. Watch every video there is about that system, and then watch it again. Look in the forum about things for that system. Ask other people about it. Start demo trading it. Learn it. Master it. Be profitable in demo. Then you can start trading it in live. Then from there, add on another one. You don't have to know all of them to do just one, but you do need to make yourself a student of the business, a student of trading, and learn it. Not just jump in, watch half a video, and start pressing buttons and losing your money. Take the time to invest in yourself before you take your money to invest in the market. Don't cut corners. The longest distance to a destination is a shortcut when it comes to trading and trading with live money. So do it right. Have a long-term goal. Why did you get into trading? Because you want to quit your job, have more time with your family, just want extra money. Have a goal. Always have a goal in mind. Have good risk management. Don't be risking too much. All right. We talk a lot about the 5% rule here in Apex. You know, like for futures traders or even spread traders, you know, once you're up 5% for the day, stop. Once you're down 5% for the day, stop. Don't keep trading and try to make up a loss. If you had a bad day, stop and start over the next day. If you lose 5% of your account, oh man, you know, wish that didn't happen. But you're not devastated because you lost half of your whole account in one day, and it's going to mentally mess with your mind the next day. And 5% adds up. All right. If you have $1,000 in your account and you trade to make 5% a day, by the end of the first month, you'll have doubled your account and have 2,000. And then again, you start and that second month and you trade just to get 5% a day. You map it out on paper. That takes $1,000 to $1 million in just 12 months. The power of 5% adds up. Okay? And some people say, well, if I have $1,000 in my account, I'm just trading to make $50 a day. That's boring. Okay, I'm saying start that way. In a few months, that's a total different story. But also, if you can't do it, if you cannot make $50 a day, what makes you think you're going to make 500 a day? And what makes you think you're going to make 5,000 a day? You got to start somewhere. If you can't make 50, you can't make 500. Okay? So, and trade only with risk capital. Trade with extra money. That way you're not trading out of emotion. You're not trading out of need. You're not trading with the rent money or the kids, you know, tuition money. Trade with risk capital. Take the emotional need, desperation out of it. Okay? Trade your plan, stick to your system, and trade it in demo. All right, a lot of you are like, oh, I trade in demo and I'm making all this money. I feel like I'm losing out. I got to get some live money in there. Well, hey, fine. If you're doing great in demo and you're consistently doing good in demo, you understand your strategy, your system, you have the rules down, you consistently follow them. You're not just pushing trades and taking trades to take them. You have a system that works. When I say a system that works, I'm saying you can look at your chart, you can look at the market, you know what's going on. You're not questioning whether that's an actual valid entry or not. You know it is because it lines up to your rules, and you know your system well enough where you could teach it to me. All right, sometimes people are like, I just really can't tell you what I do. I just kind of go in and do it, and it just kind of works out. And I'm not sure you really have a strategy or system that I want to be risking any live money on. You know what I mean? Are you lucking out? It's just gut feeling. Are you really winning? Yeah. You need to have a good system down that you know the rules to, and you're consistently profitable in demo for a while. Then switch over to live. Okay? And like we talked about, have multiple plays in your playbook. Start with one, learn it in demo, move over to live, get it down in live, be making money. Then you can go learn another one, practice in demo, add it on. Keep adding these multiple plays into your books. Okay, and we talked about that. Impatience. Don't jump in without training. Don't have a lack of education. Take the time to learn. All right, and have good risk management. Like I said, If you're starting off with $1,000 in your account, if you go out your first day and you're just trading and trading and you don't stop and you're down $300, you just lost 30% of your account in one day. What kind of mental state do you really think your mind's going to be in tomorrow when you come back to trade? Well, what you're thinking is, man, if I do that again today and then tomorrow, I'm out. I had 3 days to trade, I'm out. Don't be risking 30% of your account. Keep it small. Keep it small and know when to stop. All right, trading is about survivability. Just a little bit a day adds up, and then after a month or two, when you're getting that strategy and system down and a little bit every day is adding up into your account, well, guess what? Now maybe you're doing 2 binary contracts instead of 1. Maybe you're doing 2 spreads instead of 1. So as your account grows, your quantity can grow. Like David says, there's no shame in making $30 a day over lunchtime or making $50 a day when you're starting off. And then in a month, your account's doubled. And then you could do 2 contracts. So now you're making $60 a day, $100 a day. Another month, it's doubled again. Then you can make $200 a day. It's that slow building. Don't jump in. Don't trade live too soon. And be consistent, like I said. Don't say, well, I just kind of see something and I take it. Be consistent. Follow your system, all right? People say, oh, I have a system that works 80% of the time. I have an 85% winning strategy. Hey, well, that's great. But do you take all the trades? Do you always follow the rules? Do you skip trades around? Well, then you don't have an 85% winning strategy. It's only 85% when you follow the rules, only take valid entries, and you take every entry, okay? Don't get overwhelmed by watching too many instruments at once. It's another big mistake. Hey, I want to get into trading. Guys, trading should be boring. What do I mean by that? Trading should be boring, meaning you have your strategy, you have your system, you know exactly when to enter, you've got a couple charts up and you're watching them. Guess what? You may not get an entry today. Instead of pushing a trade and, well, that was almost close to the rules, I just want to get in it to do something. Yeah, wouldn't you rather be able to say, no, didn't have any trade today, so didn't make any money, as opposed to, hey, I lost money today because I pushed a trade. Which one would you prefer? Yeah, to not have a trade. Okay? Yeah, watching a couple different instruments is good. Maybe if one thing's not moving, the other thing's not moving. But don't be so eager to trade and you just have to trade and you just have to have your heartbeat racing and you need to trade, so you've got 12 different charts up and you're bouncing back and forth between charts. And by the time you get back to your other chart, oh, you just missed an entry. Oh man, well, let me go. Oh, then I missed that one. Oh, here's one. Let me take it. Well, that one happened to be a loser because you weren't consistently taking all of the trades to get the good with the bad. Watching too many charts can hurt you. All right, and we talked about this earlier, social interaction. Make sure you're a part of a community. Hop on and jump into a community, get into a forum, have some back and forth discussion, get some good ideas running back and forth, get some input on your charts, what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and make sure you're using good charts, all right? Don't be using these random online charts that are old data and delayed data. You want to have live data. You want to know what's going on right now. You want to have live charts. If you go to our website, if you're on apexinvesting.com, right here, go to questions. This first one right here, Apex Investing. Hold on here. Actually, go right to education. Go to the third one down. Get started and set up with Apex and NinjaTrader. We go through and we show you how to install NinjaTrader, which is a charting platform that we use absolutely for free, how to get live Forex data for free, how to get live futures data for free. It doesn't cost you anything. So take 20 or 30 minutes, set this up, get it all installed, learn how to use it, have good live data. All right? But yeah, you will need to be on a PC, not a Mac. Macs are not for trading. Sorry, JP. But yes, go check that out. That will get you live free data. not some random delayed data online. Again, don't be lazy. Take 20 minutes out, get the right data. All right, and don't trade on gut. Don't trade on feeling. Like I said, oh, well, I think this is going to happen, or I kind of see this. No, do what the chart's telling you to do. All right, and always think about how you can improve. Never think that you've learned it all. Don't think that, oh, I found this one system that works great and has a high win rate, and that's the only system I'm ever going to use. I'm not going to learn anything else. I've arrived. I am the trading god. I've got it all. There's no such thing as one system that wins 100% of the time. It's just not out there. For one, there's no system like that. For two, the markets don't behave the same 100% of the time. Like I said, some days they're trending, some days they're volatile, some days they're range bound. You have to have more than one system ultimately. You have to learn to read the market conditions so you know which system to use. And you want to understand your ABCs, meaning, yes, I want to understand what my entry rules are. If I have this system, I only enter when this lines up and when this happens and when this happens. You know your rules. You don't get away from your rules. But you also understand why the rules are there. Not just ABC. I'm not just looking at ABC on a checklist. I'm looking at the whole picture of the market. Why am I waiting for these rules to line up? Well, because I'm waiting for the market to get to this point and this indicator to happen. Know what's behind it and why. Okay? And you also want to understand what you're looking at there. What are the market conditions? What is volume? Is it a high volume day? Is there news coming out today? Learn not just the rules, but learn to read the market. Know what you're actually, you're looking to learn to actually trade, not just to follow it, not just to be a robot that says ABC checklist, press enter. Okay? Yes, you need to know your rules, but you need to understand why and be able to learn and read the markets. And that doesn't always happen overnight. Okay? Again, knowing when to stop for the day, whether you're up or down. Don't keep trading just because you're having a good winning day and you keep trading and trading, you'll find that you give it back. If you're down and you keep going and going and going and try to win that money back, just go to the tables in Vegas, because that's the same thing you do there. It's not Vegas. It's not fun. It's not a hobby. It's not gambling. It's a business. You have to have set rules, set goals, and stick to them. Okay? And don't be greedy. Know when to take your profits. If you're profitable, take your profits. If you're up for the day where you want to be, take those profits. Don't leave it on the table hoping to make more and more and more, and it just ended up going against you and you gave it all away. And don't reward bad behavior. If you have a day where you happen to make a mistake and you left that trade open and it shot way up and you made a ton of money, that's a fluke. Don't think it's going to happen every single time and always leave your trades open and never, that one time you happen to by mistake break your rules, you made out well, so I'm going to break them all the time. It'll work till it doesn't work and it'll go against you. So again, guys, take time to learn. Trading's about 12 months, not 12 days. It's about surviving. Trade with risk capital. Don't trade out of need. Socialize and ask questions and make a trade journal. All right. Hey, what did I do good on this trade? What did I do bad? Did I follow my rules? Did I not? What could I have done better? What did I do wrong? All right, is there news going on right now? How did news affect my trading and my system? Something I can go back and reference and learn later. Okay. And again, you want to be able to choose the right system and strategy depending on what time of the day you're available to trade. Are you trending or scalping? How many hours do you have? Your account size, and so on. So again, a couple things. Hop on over. Make sure you're at apexinvesting.com. I've talked to you a lot about what is day trading, how to start it, and so on. Okay. But again, if you go right here under this Binary Essentials tab, step number 3, Trading System Courses, check out some of these different systems. See which ones you like, what fits your style, all right? What fits your trading mentality, personality, your account size. Right here under this tab as well, some more step-by-step courses. Go through and check out some of these. I can't necessarily tell you that, well, if you're trading futures or Nadex spreads, I can tell you this is the system you want to be trading right here, okay? binaries, several different systems. Check them out and see what works for you. Find one that works for you, and then focus on it. Demo trade it, move over to live. All right? And from there, add on another one. All right? But take advantage of all this free education, these free strategies and systems. Take advantage of it, get onto it, invest the time into it. Susan, on average, how many trades a day should I expect to do? It's kind of a hard question to answer, Susan. No one can really answer that for you because it depends on, first of all, what's your account size, okay? And then secondly, you know, what strategy or system you're using. Like, I mean, only thing I do is give you one example, like for our futures traders, for example. And some of our spread traders do this as well after they get going, but like for our futures traders, if you go to the forum, okay, and go to risk tolerance right here, and go to risk management, I believe it is. Here we go. Read this article right here, okay? This really goes through and talks about risk and reward. For example, the 5% rule, you've probably heard us talk about that. It's something we really talk with our futures traders about. The 5% rule is you don't want to, okay, you want to stop if you're 5% up, you want to stop if you're 5% down. Don't do more than 5% of your account balance in a day. All right, that does not mean go risk 5% on one futures trade. All right, we call it the 5% rule divided by 6. Okay, that way you have 6 different trades, 6 different options, 6 different opportunities. Okay, you're not just putting your whole 5% into one. Let's say you have $10,000 in a futures account, and so 5% of that is going to be $500. So you don't want to go risk $500 on one trade. You want your $500 risk to be spread out over 6 trades. So that means you can risk about $80 per trade. So that way, if your first trade loses, you still got 5 more chances. Second trade loses, still got 4 more chances. Then you can make it up. You're spreading that around. Okay? So I can't really tell you a number of trades a day because you might be trading Nadex binaries. You might be scalping them for like $20 a pop. Boom, boom, boom. You may do that all day long to get to your 5%. You know what I mean? Or you may just want to hop into one spread trade and ride it for hundreds of points. I can't really tell you a number of trades because that just really depends on what you're trading. But I can tell you, you know, like with futures and stuff like that, and, you know, maybe even with, you know, some spreads, if you follow the 5% rule but divide it by 6, that way you're not putting everything all into one, okay? Or like EPC, okay? There you go. There you go. With EPC, you know, with binaries and EPCs, the 5% rule is a little harder to. We don't necessarily teach the 5% rule for binaries, okay? Although, you know, you got to maintain good risk management with them. You know, I know when I was personally trading and I was new, I personally would not do more than one binary contract per $1,000 in my account. Or I know some people that would do one binary contract per $500 in their account, okay? The other flip side of that is, are you following the rule and exiting when it reaches the strike so that you're limiting your risk, or are you taking the full risk? You know what I mean? But, you know, if you're exiting at the strike on an EPC, Susan, you're risking probably about $30. So if I've got $500 in my account and I lose $30, man, that kind of sucks. That's not what I wanted to do, but it's not going to kill me mentally, right? But if I did 5 binaries and I lost $150, that's almost a third of my account, you know? So anyway, guys, hop on over to the Apex website. Take advantage of all the tools here. Check out the step-by-step training courses. If you have any questions, feel free to post in the forum, or if we're on the online chat, you can hit us up there. Otherwise, right here under the questions tab, third one down, is the help desk. You can submit a help desk ticket, and we'll answer any questions we can for you, direct you to the right video, the right system, the right course, the right forum, post, anything we can do to help you and get you on the path there. So, all right, guys, I appreciate you joining us tonight. Join us next Monday and every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time when we do these videos for Nadex. Once again, questions tab, trading questions forum. Down towards the bottom, watch webinars here. There's a section that says newest webinars. That is where this webinar will be posted right here, probably in about an hour to hour and a half. I'll get it up just as soon as I can. Appreciate all the good attention and good questions and back and forth here. Okay. All right, guys, y'all have a good night. We will see y'all tomorrow in the trade rooms and then again next Monday evening. So take care. Good luck with your trading this week and have a good night.